This is Neil Ratner Rock Doc here on WDST Radio Woodstock with another episode of This Week in Rock with support from Transcend and my friend, the amazing dentist and rock star Bruce Milner. Visit Transcend Dental, his stunning new office at 2 Maverick Road on the corner of Maverick Road and Route 375. John Graham Milner, known professionally as Joe Strummer, was born on August 20th, 1952. He was the co-founder of The Clash, played in both the Mescaleros and the Pogues, and also explored other interests such as acting, scoring television shows and films, and hosting the BBC radio show London Calling. Joe grew up listening to records by Little Richard, the Beach Boys, and Woody Guthrie, even going by the nickname Woody for a few years. In the early 1970s, Strummer was living as a squatter while busking as a street performer, a lifestyle which caused constant harassment from the police. So as Joe describes, it was time to make a change.
I was getting fed up with all this, and I saw an Irish group in a pub in West London. I was watching through the window because we weren't allowed in the pub because we were filthy squatters. And I thought, this looks easier than running from the police every day, you know. So then I looked around and I began to pick my fellow squatters and organize them into a rock and roll band, and we had to make our own equipment and we had to build everything. I played the guitar the wrong way around because I had to learn on other people's guitars. You see, because if you're left-handed, you have to buy a guitar and then string it the wrong way around and then turn the guitar this way, so it's like a mirror image. But you have to change all the strings completely all the way different around. But I was playing on other people's guitars to learn. And so once I learned and I could afford my own guitar, I couldn't be bothered to learn it again this way. So I'm stuck. That's why I call myself Joe Strummer, because if you play the guitar the wrong way around, you don't have any finesse to pick the strings. I didn't realize that they were going this string and that string and then this one over here again, you know, I had no idea that that's what they were doing. And so now I can only hit all the strings at once or none. So I treat the guitar as a one-string instrument, and I just play chords all night long.
After opening for the then unknown Sex Pistols in 1976, Strummer saw the future of what would become punk music and became co-founder, lead singer, rhythm guitarist, and primary lyricist of the band The Clash. Their songs tackled social decay, unemployment, racism, police brutality, as well as political and social repression. And The Clash was said to be considered one of the most overtly political, explosive, and exciting bands in rock and roll history. Joe Strummer died in December 2002 at the age of 50 from a heart attack caused by an undiagnosed congenital heart defect. The Clash were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame a month later, and at the Grammys in February 2003, London Calling was performed by Elvis Costello, Bruce Springsteen, Stephen Van Zandt, Dave Grohl, Pete Thomas, and Tony Kanai in tribute to Strummer. In 1999, Strummer gathered top-flight musicians into a backing band he called the Mescaleros, which, according to Joe, was a kind of roots reggae rock thing. Okay, let's listen. Joe Strummer and the Mescaleros and Get Down, Moses.